As of November 2nd, 2011, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported that the number of deaths from overdoses of legal prescription painkillers had more than tripled over a decade, killing a shocking 15,000 people in 2008. That number in 2017, 70,200. That is more than the amount of people who die from heroin and cocaine overdoses combined. On the other hand, the CDC doesn't even have a category for deaths caused by the use of marijuana, which has been proven to relieve pain. Our government has led us to believe that marijuana is a dangerous and addictive drug that has destroyed lives. Marijuana is a Schedule I controlled substance giving the highest level of restriction possible. Painkillers like oxycodone, which has often been compared to heroin, are Schedule II, while others like Vicodin are Schedule III. Yet while these less restricted drugs kill thousands of people every year, there are virtually no reports of fatal overdoses of marijuana. I have done an extensive amount of research on the benefits of medical marijuana and have come to believe that those benefits are vast, not only in the medical sense, but also for our local economy. In addition, I've personally experienced the harmful effects of painkillers to my liver enzyme levels while experiencing no negative side effects of recreational marijuana use. Marijuana is illegal in the state of Texas, both recreationally and medicinally. Today I'm simply proposing that you forget everything you have heard in the past and have an open mind to the truth about medicinal marijuana and understand that it is far less harmful than what our government has told us. Join me in agreement that it should be legal for patients throughout our state. I want to first explain what exactly marijuana is and how it is beneficial to our health. Marijuana is a naturally grown herb, also known as cannabis. Cannabis is derived from the cannabis sativa plant. It grows wild in many of the tropical and temperate areas of the world. It can be grown in almost any climate and is increasingly cultivated by means of indoor hydroponic technology. Hydroponics is a process of growing plants in sand or liquid with added nutrients but without soil. The active ingredient in marijuana is the psychoactive chemical compound known as tetrahydrocannabinol, also known as THC. When used either through ingestion or inhalation, it binds to specific receptors in the brain called cannabinoid receptors. THC is the medicine according to researchers at Harvard University who studied the side effects. It has been found to reduce lung cancer tumor growth by 50% and significantly reduce the ability of cancer to spread. Another study conducted in Madrid also found that THC destroyed cancerous brain cells while leaving healthy cells alone. Medical marijuana is a better and safer substitute for antiemetics, antispasmodics, antipsychotics, and other popular drugs used to treat various other conditions such as ADD, depression, narcolepsy, and erectile dysfunction. It's a safe and effective treatment for the symptoms of cancer, AIDS, multiple sclerosis, glaucoma, and epilepsy. It has also been found to limit neurological damage following strokes or in the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Additionally, this plant can stimulate hunger and chemotherapy in AIDS patients who have trouble eating. In low doses, cannabis alleviates pain, relaxes the body, reduces aggression, increases appetite, and heightens all the senses. Higher doses may cause the high associated with marijuana, leading to altered perception of time and space and feelings of euphoria, or at least a feeling of well-being and comfort. THC is a bronchial dilator, which means it works like a cough drop and opens up your lungs, which aids clearance of smoke and dirt. Mainly, it helps you relax, which improves your overall well-being. Now that we know the health benefits of medical cannabis, let me inform you of how it can improve our economy. According to Rob Campia with the Washington-based Marijuana Policy Project, the state of Texas leads the nation in marijuana-related arrests, costing us over $700 million a year. That's about 70,000 arrests. If we legalize the medicinal use of marijuana, we could be making money that could go to more important things such as education. Colorado was the first U.S. state to regulate and tax sales on recreational marijuana after their lawmakers approved several bills that set business standards and rules to be paid for by taxes on it. The Colorado medical marijuana dispensary made a total of almost $200 million on retail sales and almost $5.5 million on state sales tax. 42% of Americans have admitted to smoking marijuana at least once. 18 states have already legalized the medicinal use of it, and some, like Colorado, the recreational use of it. In the 2010 edition of the Budgetary Implications of Drug Prohibition, Jeffrey Myron, director of undergraduate studies at Harvard University, estimates that legalizing marijuana would save $13.7 billion per year in government expenditure on enforcement of prohibition. Now that I've shown you how it is beneficial to our health and our wallets, let me explain how the legalization of medicinal marijuana would be regulated. The solution would be for patients to be issued a medical marijuana card. They would have to go through a process of filling out an application involving a fee completed and signed by an MD or DO. This would also control what amount of marijuana each individual patient can receive. There would also be a process for people working in marijuana dispensaries and pharmacies. To be given a license to sell it, an individual would have to complete a registered vendor application followed by a background check. These people would not be allowed to grow it at home, but to sell it in government-approved facilities. Medical marijuana would not be covered by health insurance. Consequences would not change for those caught selling, buying, growing, or possessing marijuana without a medical marijuana card. Therefore, only patients can legally have it in their possession, not criminals. In conclusion, it is apparent that the legalization of medical marijuana in the state of Texas would be a smart decision for us as a state. I ask that you consider supporting my proposed solution of legalizing its medicinal use for multiple patients in our state and educate yourselves more on the truth of this medicinal plant. In doing this, we could help so many sick people like my grandfather who is currently in stage 3 of his cancer. I'd like to leave you with a quote by libertarian author Nick Gillespie. There's not a single dimension across which pot is more dangerous than alcohol, which is pretty much all you need to know about a post-prohibition American society. It would be a lot like today, except that you would have 1 or 2 more options in your medicine cabinet, and about 400,000 fewer people a year would go to jail. Police would be able to focus on actual criminals, and Monday mornings would be a lot easier to face.